I'm Randy Pitchford, president of Gearbox Software. One of the most exciting things about Borderlands 2 is the ability for us to bring some new player characters into the equation. New Vault Hunters have come to Pandora, and when we play cooperatively, we're working together and we can use tactics together, or we can kind of rush off on our own. So there's a lot of different ways to play the game. So when we design the skills for the game, we don't want to kind of use our skills to force people to play it a specific way. We actually want to have our skills make it even more expansive, account for the different play styles. The first one that I want to talk about is Salvador the Gunzerker. This means he goes dual wielding, and it doesn't matter what two weapons you want to dual wield. You can have a rocket launcher and a chain gun, and Salvador can handle it when he's gunzerking. There's also some really cool different skill trees that you can build out. For example, he's got one tree which is really about gun lust. It's about throwing a lot of bullets at the enemy. A couple of skills in there that are a lot of fun to chain together. One that will regenerate ammunition, another that will automatically reload the weapon when you stow it in your inventory. So as you switch weapons, as long as you get a kill, the weapon that you've stowed away will get a reload automatically, so you don't have to take the time to do a reload. So what I'll do is I'll put in my inventory 4 Vladoff weapons that all have a super high rate of fire. I'll get the ammunition regeneration, load myself up with a lot of ammunition, and I'm just a bullet hose. Switch gun, switch gun, switch gun, and I just keep going through them until the ammo's gone. He's got another skill tree called Brawn, which is like his tanking tree. And when you're gunzerking, you can hit your action button again to do a skill called Come At Me Bro. And when you use Come At Me Bro, you go boom, give everybody the double bird. You're pissing off all the enemies. They come swarming at you. You're basically tanking everybody. So if you're in a co-op game, all the other players can then hit everybody from behind. Axton is awesome because he can lay down a turret. And this isn't just the same kind of wimpy turret that Roland had. This turret is configurable. You can add rockets to it. You can prioritize it as a more shielding turret or as a more offensive kind of weapon. You can throw it up on ceilings, on walls. It is a very versatile machine. You can even get a longbow skill so that you can deploy this turret about 40 yards away in front of you and just drop it out in the battlefield in different places. There's ways to build it out so it attracts attention, so it's tanky. There's other ways to build it out so that it actually becomes a foundation that's helpful for allies when you're playing co-op. Let's see, there's the Siren, Maya. She has the ability to phase lock an enemy. It is the ultimate form of crowd control. She can encase her enemies in a time kind of stasis. It kind of warps time and space like a bubble that kind of holds them in place. And she can also have some utilities or some skills that she can build out with this, where she can use her phase locking ability to help allies too, both with healing and other positive effects. So she's a really versatile character, and the crowd control capability that she brings to the table is really amazing and useful. She's also one of the strongest offensive characters in the game when you build her correctly. A lot of people are liking Zero, who's the assassin. I think the assassin's a lot of fun because he serves both kind of this ninja role or the stealth kind of melee backstabbing kind of guy, but he also has a sniper tree. So like if you build out his spec that's more of a kind of feels like ninja kind of stuff, he actually has an ability at the end that lets him throw little ninja throwing knives. That's pretty awesome. On the backstabbing front, one of my favorites are a couple of skills that you kind of work in tandem together. One, every time I get a kill, it resets the cooldown on my active ability. My active ability at 0 lets me go invisible, leaving a decoy. The decoy's going wild with a sword. All the enemies kind of get the attention of the decoy while I'm invisible and I'm in stealth mode. When I get a kill while in this mode, I've got 5 seconds to be in this kind of active this kind of active ability mode. If I get a kill while I'm in that mode, I will get to refresh it and get to keep going. So I chain that with another skill that lets me do this really aggressive lunge on an enemy when I'm using my melee attack. And you'll get behind him with your active ability present. You'll lunge, get that chop, get that execution kill, resets your active ability, get the other enemy in sight, lunge at him, and you're like zook, 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 and you can get 5 kills chained in a row, and it's amazing. He's also got a sniper tree, and if you love playing sniper kind of characters, you'll definitely want to look at the assassin. He can mark an enemy, puts a 0 over the enemy's head, and for the next 10 seconds, that enemy will sustain 20% more damage from any direction. And that's just a taste of some of the characters in Borderlands 2. When we launch the game, you can choose one of these characters and have a lot of fun adventuring through Pandora.